I'm not an artist. I can't draw. I don't know the first thing about selling digital products. These are some of the responses that I receive when I suggest to somebody to start selling art printables on Etsy if they want a passive income. But you want to know a secret? I'm not an artist. I can't really draw, and I didn't know anything about selling digital products when I first got started. And yet, I made over $1,000 within just a few months the first time I ever started selling on Etsy. All it took was a lot of learning and some upfront effort. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to create art printables that you can sell on Etsy. Art printables are the type of digital product that is created with the intention of being printed. You will create a design and then you usually sell it as a high-quality PDF. Your customer can then take this digital art print PDF and print it at home or even take it to a professional shop and simply frame it and hang it up in their home. The most important thing about art printables and why I recommend them to people so often is because once you create it and list it on your Etsy shop, it's completely passive. Once somebody makes their purchase, they are sent an email automatically from Etsy, and once they receive it, they are able to access their digital download, which will include the art print. So you don't have to do a thing once purchased. On top of that, something that I offered with my art prints was an instructional PDF that explained to them how to get them printed. With this instructional PDF, I always included a free gift, which was a free art printable, which really just got them to sign up for my email list. I have a template version of this instructional PDF. It's included in my art printable guide, which is completely free and linked below. Now, before doing anything, you need to select a topic or niche of the art printables that you are wanting to create. Because if you just create anything you want that falls under art printables, you're a lot less likely to get multiple purchases from the same person. Here's an example. If I were super into the pink Boss Babe vibe and search Boss Babe art printable on Etsy, I'm gonna be met with a lot of options that fit my style. If I click on one of the options and really love it, I might wanna see other art printables the same seller has. So I will click open their shop. If the seller did it right, I will be met with tons more art printable options that give me that Boss Babe vibe, and the shop Girl Boss Vibes is doing this amazingly. Because of doing that, that potential customer might buy multiple art printables from your shop. I also want to urge you to only sell art printables. If you want to sell mugs and shirts and planners or whatever, do it on a different shop. Because if you have the term art printables everywhere throughout your shop, all of your listings, your name, your about, everything, then Etsy is gonna understand that you are an art printable shop, and that's gonna help you immensely in search. Honestly, selling art printables is pretty simple. There are really only 3 online platforms that I use when creating art printables: Canva, Creative Market, and Procreate. There are some physical tools I like to use as well, including my iPad, Apple Pencil, paper-like screen protector, and more. I will actually have all of these resources listed in the art printables guide I mentioned earlier, and again, you can find this link in the description. Now I'm gonna walk you through my entire process of creating an art printable. The first thing you will do is go to Canva and start a new design. I would select the custom size option and choose a size that you would want to create as part of your listing. Let's keep it simple for now and select 8 by 10. This is a commonly purchased art printable size. This is usually the hardest part. You're staring at a blank design, scratching your head, wondering, what should I create? Which brings us to our next step in the process, which is going down a rabbit hole of keyword research. I have been using a tool, Sales Samurai, to do a lot of my keyword research lately. You can get 20% off using my link in the description. Let's just keep it simple and search printable wall art. You can scroll through the various suggestions and find a few keywords that have a decent search volume and low competition. Sales Samurai has a lot of helpful features, so if you want a tutorial on this, let me know in the comments. Once I find a keyword that has some potential, I usually will do an Etsy search using that keyword and see what auto-populates, because these are all searches that people have made. Once I jot those down, I will click on my main keyword and make sure this is a viable idea by reviewing some of the other art printables using the same keyword phrase. Are you overwhelmed yet? Researching keywords is a process in itself. If you want me to do a video all about Etsy SEO and keyword research, please let me know in the comments. I will continue this process for a while until I have a handful of really great ideas. So now we're heading back to Canva to decide how we're gonna actually create these designs. In my opinion, there are a few simple options. Option number 1 being to use Canva's copyright-free elements. When I'm using an element from Canva for any digital product I am selling, I will click on the 3 little dots on the element itself and then click the information icon, which will pop open the copyright usage for that element. It usually reads that you can use their content in a Canva design for a wide range of personal and commercial uses. You can use their content in marketing or social media, or even sell merchandise with your design on it. But you cannot resell, redistribute, or take credit for the content provided through Canva. So in my opinion, they're telling you that they are safe to use, but make sure that you change them up, that you're not selling the design itself that you took from Canva as your own. If you're gonna be using the Canva elements in your design, make sure they're supporting your design, not featured as the main design itself. Also, I will say that all of their fonts are safe to use, so you don't have to worry about using their fonts in your designs. And if you want a detailed video about all of this copyright usage stuff, let me know in the comments and I would be happy to even do further digging for you. Next option, and one that I definitely used when I created my art printables, is purchasing bundles through Creative Market. Creative Market has over 4 million quality resources created by artists in 190 countries around the world. I know, right? The great thing about Creative Market is you can purchase bundles of different art elements under a copyright-free license, and just to make things even safer for myself, I would actually reach out to the artist directly and get written permission to use their art in my various digital product designs. This just made sure I was covering my ass. And next on the list is designing your own elements using an app called Procreate. Having an iPad really saves you when designing these elements. It just makes it a lot easier. If you don't already have an iPad, that's okay. This is something you can invest in later on when you want to start adding your own creative spin to your designs. I promise you do not need to be some fancy designer or artist to draw on Procreate. Something I did in my shop was create various shapes in Procreate, upload the shapes into Canva, and then combine the shapes together to create really unique abstract designs, like this snowman art printable, which was a bestseller during the holiday season. Let's just keep this snowman as an example. Each of these individual pieces of the snowman was created by me in Procreate, uploaded into Canva, and then situated where I wanted. Once you have your design, you're gonna wanna create a few different size options. This feature I'm gonna show you is a Canva Pro feature, so if you haven't already, I would sign up for the Canva Pro account using my link in the description. You will get your first 30 days for free. You will go to the top left and select resize and create the 3 other sizes you plan to sell. Once complete, you will save each of these as a high quality PDF and save them somewhere on your computer. Etsy allows you to have 5 separate digital files per digital listing. I always recommend you have 4 different sizes of your art print. The 5th digital file will be the instructional PDF that we mentioned earlier, which also gives them a free art printable as well. Now that you have finally created your design and even saved them in multiple files, it's time to create your listing. Now, I decided I'm gonna save this for an entirely different video, and that is because a lot goes into actually creating the listing, the title, the images, the description, and much more. So I'm gonna save that for another video. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. And before you start working on your Etsy shop, make sure to watch this video here, which is everything you need to do before you start your Etsy shop. Thank you so much for watching, and keep your head in the clouds.